All right, YouTube, we're out here, another beautiful day in Colorado. Finally got some sun, and getting ready to do a service on the SVL, and kind of want to go over some stuff with you guys because I'm sure you're going to be interested in it because I would be interested in it. So yeah, let's get into it. Just going to go over the air filter, oil, how everything looks so far. We've put it through some heavy use here, and yeah, let's kind of do our little walkthrough review of what this machine looks like after a pretty good heavy duty job. So here we go. All right, here she is loaded up on the trailer. So first thing I have noticed so far, we got about 30 hours on one pretty good heavy duty job. Track slack is definitely noticeable now, so we're gonna lift up the machine, make sure we have our 1 inch, 1.5 inch clearance underneath each roller there. But yeah, you can definitely notice it now that we've run it. And honestly, that's fine with me. I'm sure some of the grease has settled in these pistons that are in here in this hydraulic ram, and plus these have probably stretched a little bit. So yeah, not too bad. I mean, it's not going to come off the track. It's not that, but you can definitely tell just a little bit of sag here. Again, we were in a really rocky, super dusty environment. Everything here has held up. The paint is just starting to come off, which I think is pretty impressive. You can see the rubbers come off the tracks, the steel parts of the track. So we have been running this a lot, but the paint on this guy has actually held up really well. Same with this. We've had rocks and stuff coming off this. This paint is holding up really well. A lot better than my KX040. I have noticed that you can kind of see there's a little wrinkle there. I don't know. Every company struggles with these. I think Cat kind of has the best stickers so far. I've rarely seen the Cat ones come off. Bobcats are the worst. You like blow on them and they fall off. I think a lot of this could be there's a weld seam in here. You can see it kind of up here. So there's a plate that comes in here, and that's right where it is, but for some reason it's kind of left a dimple in the sticker. They haven't started peeling, they haven't come off, but you can tell there's just some dimples here and there. We've hit the back of the door with some gravel and dirt, and it's held up really well. I'd say the paint / powder coat has been holding up really, really well. That all seems, no issues. This is really dust free. This is the outlet there. You can see the hydraulic fan and everything back in there. Still looks very clean, very nice. Yeah, bucket has held up really well, and she's just dirty. Oh, one of the other spots too I forgot to mention here that I like to keep an eye on. This is holding up really well. It's not building up with caked up crap like our Cat like to do, but this one is. So again, I do wish that this was just designed a little bit differently to either have a shield or just a bigger hole to let some dirt fall through there. Not a big deal. A little screwdriver can clear it out. Big Booty Trudy is getting her workout today. Backup camera has actually held up really, really nice. We have not had to clean that or anything. It has stayed really clean. You can see here, I mean, we have been in a dusty place. We've been working in a dusty place. So the reverse fan, let's see how well that has. Yeah, I'd say that radiator looks very clean. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of cake up, but very little. So that's nice. Definitely not like this. And on the inside of the engine, we've got dust. Go figure. But nothing too terrible. I mean, kind of the normal. So let's see. Let's take a peek at our engine oil after 30 hours. What is this guy looking like? Oh yeah, nice and clean. That's really nice. I do Of course, it'll get black over time, but after 30 hours of full throttle, I like seeing that. All right. We'll go over the problem I found in a little bit. We found a problem that I guess Kubota is already struggling with on here. And so, yeah, we'll go over that with you guys too. I don't think my chain's gonna let me go. Air filter. So one of the reasons I was kind of excited to get this machine is because it had the little top spin air cleaner. And they claimed in super dusty environments that a lot of the lighter material gets blown out of here, or the heavier material will drop out and some of the lighter material gets blown out. So I have not popped this guy. Again, you can see it's very dusty. Let's see what she looks like. So far, so good. There's definitely dust. But, I mean, the inside is very clean. Outside, yeah, it's dirty. Nothing a blowout can't fix, but you can see there's the inlet. That's where all the dust came in. Honestly, for how much dust, like my cat would be completely clogged after running what we did. So this must be working, because this is still really not bad. It's dirty, but it's not clogged. And what took the center, I was like, man, where's my center filter? There's definitely supposed to be one in there. There's some dust. Unless those are just colored lines, they might be. They might just be glue strips. Because I'm not sure what would make those. I mean, that's all super clean in there. Yeah, those, I don't think that's dirt. Yeah, this thing is super clean on the inside of the filter. Very, very clean. So it's working well. Stick this guy back in there. And we will look here. So it's a little bit of flakes of things. But the inside, the main part, is nice and clean. So that's the important part. Don't need to dust an engine. There we go. One more over. Come on. Well, I'm not a smart man, apparently. Oh, I guess I could have checked this guy too. Oh yeah, she caught a lot. So, I mean, I don't know. I'd say she's probably catching some stuff, but I don't know. And would it have been better to have that somewhere down in here? I mean, I don't know. I think it's working all right. We were in a lot of dust. I do have to remember that. We were in a lot of dust. So let me get this sucker back in and we'll take a pause real quick. All right, she is back on. Everything else in here, it's looking pretty good. I mean, just dirty. I'm gonna go wash her, so you know she's all nice and clean. Okay, on to the major problem. I wouldn't say it's major, but we had a crank no start issue. Fuel in the tank. It started up in the morning. Wasn't the, you know, it wasn't absolute frigid, but it was cold. Not enough to gel up your diesel, but it was about 10 degrees, 15 degrees. It ran for about 10 minutes and then died. Would not start back up. Crank. Nothing. So we're like, okay, what the heck? We take the fuel filter off, no fuel. But we look in our bowl, and our bowl has fuel. No water, but it does have fuel. So we're like, okay, what the heck? Maybe it's the pump. You know, maybe it's that little booger right there. But we could hear it. So we thought, okay, maybe it's bad. Maybe we got a bad pump or something. And as you can see, the line runs from the tank over into the bowl, the water separator, through the pump, into the fuel filter, and then wherever this line runs, somewhere, and then there's another line back in there, and then into the engine. So what we did is we took this line off right here and here to the engine, and we blew out this. Apparently the orifice in here is very tiny, and the tiniest of little something, the tech explained to me that a fly had gotten in their tank and clogged that, and that has actually been a problem. This piece right here is getting clogged and not allowing fuel to get anywhere else into the machine. And yeah, that's kind of an issue. I get not wanting to run into here because you might get water in your filter, but this really should have a pre-filter on it somewhere in here. That's super easy to change, but at least protects your water separator, especially if you're not going to drill a big enough hole to let little particles through. I do appreciate that you're not going to get anything to your injectors. Your injectors are a whole lot more expensive than that fuel bowl. But when you're out on the job site, like, I mean, come on. It's going to go through that filter. If that fuel bowl is before the filter, then who cares? It's going to go through the filter. It's going to get filtered. Make the fuel bowl orifices just a little bit bigger so you can run some stuff through there. So yeah, that's an issue. I think what I'm going to do is run over to Kubota, make sure they're okay with this, and put a pre-filter on this. Just one of those, you know, little Napa filters that's rated for diesel, and something like you'd find on a little Kubota diesel tractor. They got some of them little pre-filters on there. I think that would solve this issue. So yeah, otherwise, if you find yourself crank no start, it's most likely that, because I mean, we were tracing down everything, looking at all the wires, seeing if a rat got in there, and there were no codes. You know, that would be another nice thing, is if there was a code to say, look, there's no fuel pressure to the filter, it should monitor that and just tell you, hey, there's no fuel getting to your machine. That would be kind of a nice little thing to pop up, but whatever. What do I know? Yeah. So once we got that fixed, she ran like a top and has run like a top again. I mean, really no issues. We've been really enjoying her. So waiting for, again, the Cat 255 or 265 to show up at our Cat dealer, and then we'll do a review of that. But yeah, hopefully that helps. If any of you guys have had to struggle with that yet and not know why, well, that seems to be the issue. So yeah, hopefully that helps you guys. Again, I like putting these videos out to help anybody I can, and if that is something you guys are struggling with, can't figure out why it's been running rough, or maybe just not running at all, that's why. Stupid little issue, but easy fix. So I will let you know how well the pre-filter works once we get that on there. Should solve the issue. I don't see why not. And then yeah, we'll just keep putting the videos out on these machines, seeing how they run. And until next time, see you guys later. Bye.